Okay, dear students, once again I am coming in front of you to discuss how to determine the charge on the electron. So it is not determined by me, but it is determined by Mr. R. A. Millikan, and it was determined in the year 1909. And the experiment with which this determination have taken place, the name of that experiment is oil drop experiment. Okay, you can see the arrangement of oil drop experiment. You can see this was the Millikan oil drop arrangement. In this arrangement you can see there is a atomizer which creates a droplets of oil. This is the oil, this is the pressure pump, and here it is a oil. This is a oil. So when you put the pressure with this rubber pump, then it will create a oil droplets in atomic form, oil droplets in atomic form. It will create a oil spray, and this oil spray will fall down through this hole towards this plate. This is the positive plate, this is the negative plate. When you apply the potential difference, that means when you apply the electricity, then it will act as a positive plate and it will act as a negative plate. And there is a arrangement that you can pass X-rays through this, the space between these plates, the in between the space of these plates, you can pass the X-ray through it, and you can observe the activity here by this telescope. With this telescope you can observe what is happening here. So first we will observe in the absence of electrical field, that means there will be no electricity here. Okay, there will be no electric field. At that moment we will observe the movement of these oil droplets. With this atomizer we will create oil spray, and then this oil spray will fall down as a droplet through this hole. It will move towards this plate. So we will observe the movement. We will observe the movement of the oil droplets here with the help of this telescope. And again the same observation will be carried out. Again the same observation will be carried out in the presence of electric field and X-rays. Okay. Now first you will there, you put the X-ray here. So when you put the X-ray here, then the whatever the air is there between these two plates will get ionized. X-ray ionizes the gaseous particle available between these two plates. So this will create the electron. So gas will get ionized, that means it will lose some of the electron, and this some of the electron will get attached to the oil droplets over it, and in this way these oil droplets will become charged. It will become negatively charged, and then this oil droplet will fall down under the gravity. In the absence of electric field, it will fall down, and will observe the movement of this charged oil droplets from this side to this sides. Now the same experiment will be carried out. X-ray will be produced, so there will be ionization here, but we will apply the electric field also. So when we apply the electric field, again we will observe the movement of the oil droplets between those two plates, and with this the movement of the oil droplets from this positive plate to negative plate are observed under this charged oil droplets are observed without electric field, that means in the presence of only gravity. So under the gravity we will be observing the charged oil droplets, and again we will be observing the movement of charged oil droplets in the presence of electric field. And with this movement of the charged oil droplets in the presence of electric field and in the absence of electric field, Millikans have determined the charge over it. All other thing whatever discussed the mathematics, all are in higher classes when you are studying the engineering. Here just introduction is given, that much I am giving you. So with the help of the Millikan oil drop method, we can determine the charge over the electron. And this charge was found to be 1.60 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb per electron. So this is the case. Now I have written everything, the notes, what I said, everything written in this note. So first of all, what I did, in this method a spray of oil droplet is produced by an atomizer. Then the oil droplet enter the apparatus through a small hole and are allowed to fall in between two charged plates. Then the motion of the droplet is observed with a telescope. The space between the charged plate is irradiated with X-ray. The X-ray ionizes the molecules of air. One or more electrons thus produced may be absorbed by an oil droplet. The oil droplet as a result become negatively charged. By measuring the velocity of given oil droplets as it falls freely under the influence of gravity and then in an electric field. Okay. Now it is possible to calculate the charge on the electron, and the charge what was calculated by Mr. Millikan, that was 1.6022 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. This is the charge over one electron. Charge on one electron is how much? 1.60 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. And this one taken as a 1 unit charge. What we say, you ask what is the charge over electron, immediately you say minus 1. So minus 1 is nothing but minus 1 is 1.6022 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. It is called as 1 unit of negative charge, that is denoted as minus 1. Okay, it is denoted by small e also. Now once you determine the charge over the electron, you can determine the mass of the electron, because in the previous video lecture we have discussed about how to determine the charge to mass ratio of the electron. So now you know the charge to mass ratio as well as you know the charge. So now we will determine the mass of the electron. So we will combine the charge to mass ratio and charge over the electron. When you combine this, you will get the mass of the electron. So with the Thomson experiment, J.J. Thomson, the Thomson experiment, you got a charge to mass ratio, that is 1.758820 into 10 power 8 coulomb per gram. This is the charge to mass ratio, which was determined by Mr. Thomson, J.J. Thomson. Now the Mr. Millikan have determined the charge over the electron. So it is how much? 1.60 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb per electron, means mass of one electron. And this is the charge to mass ratio for one electron. So both the things have been calculated for one electron only. So now how to find the mass of the electron? If you divide this E by m, then E and E get cancels, m will come. So how to find? You can see here, E by m. So what will happen? E into m by E. So E get cancelled. So how much you are getting? M. That means when you divide the charge with charge to mass ratio, you will get the mass. So in this way we will find out the mass of the electron. So m equal to E by charge to mass ratio. Value of the charge you know, value of the charge to mass ratio you know, both the value have been kept here. So how much you are getting? 9.10, 9 into 10 power minus 28 gram per electron. You can convert this gram into kg, so it will come to 9.1094 into 10 to the power minus 21 kg per electron. Okay. If you compare this mass of the electron, with the mass of the one atom of hydrogen, what is the mass of the one hydrogen? That is 1 unit. The mass of one hydrogen atom, what is the atomic mass unit? What is the atomic mass of the hydrogen atom? It is 1. So if you compare this mass with the atomic mass of the hydrogen, you will find that it is approximately 1 by 1837 times approximately. That means if the mass of hydrogen is 1, if the mass of hydrogen is 1, then the mass of the electron would be 1 by 1837. If the mass of hydrogen is 1, if the mass of the hydrogen is 1, so hydrogen is how much? It is 1 mu. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1 mu. Then the mass of the electron would be 1 by 1837 amu. So the mass of hydrogen is 1 amu, then the mass of the electron would be 1 by 1837 amu. So this is the relation of the mass between the electron and the hydrogen. And you know that the mass of hydrogen is considered as mass of the proton also, because once hydrogen releases one electron, then it will have only proton only, because there is no neutron in hydrogen atom. So the mass of one atom of hydrogen is also considered as the mass of the proton also. So that means if you compare the mass of the electron with the proton, then the mass of the hydrogen would be 1 unit, mass of the proton will be 1 unit. The mass of the hydrogen is 1 unit, that means mass of the proton is also 1 unit. So in comparison to the proton, the mass of the electron would be 1 by 1837 amu. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.